Hello, hello, my beloved waking gods and goddesses. Maria West here with Love, Truth, and Beauty. This is episode 424. And my guest tonight is one of my One Great Work Network soul brothers, Fred Gingras. And I probably fucked up that pronunciation. Fred, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here tonight.
Thank you so much. It's not the first time we're doing it together. We did it on the Libercast, but I enjoy every one of these conversations.
Oh,
Thank you so
I'm
much.
I'm so happy. And I know we've been trying to get our time together. And so here we are. And I know I've had some requests from my viewers who want to know more about you, more about your story, your awakening process. You know, people call it the red pill. I call it the blue pill process because after interviewing the originator of the Matrix, he said, this is Tom Altman, how everything was inverted and it was meant to be blue pill because blue vibrates higher than red. So how did you come to first of all know that there's something very, very wrong with normal reality. And particularly, you are in Canada, where there are a lot of things going on that are like, whoa.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, well, I already knew. I was already an anarchist and abolitionist at younger age. I could see through all these lies and deceptions on the younger age, but I didn't understand how and why. And
Mm.
I suffered a lot of from the loss of a member of my family, and I lived into a hell that I created for myself. Um, Not that had I wasn't poor, I didn't do uh, hard drugs or something like that, but I willingly exposed myself to all the sadness and the dark corners of this society. So
Mm.
I imbued myself with experience. And one day I stumbled upon David Icke and Michael Tessarian's work, and this was the catalyst for the new change. And afterward, after some change that I did with my life, I changed the way I was eating, the way I was thinking, and I was already rediscovering myself through my experiences. But Mark Passio's work has been a huge catalyst for who I am today, and the work on the great work, and my connection with the truth movement and spirituality and things like that. And I wanted to share this point of view
Hmm.
from me, because this is the only thing we can do is sharing our experience and our
Indeed.
knowledge and understanding. And I wanted to share this with people and join as much people as I can.
Hmm.
So a
Yeah.
lot of suffering, but through the work I created, this is how I channeled my energy. I started creating for myself, and having a family. It has been a incredible experience, and something I wouldn't um, I wouldn't erase that. I
Hmm.
They changed me. My children gave me a perspective of a new perspective of about the great work and what it means to be a responsible adult in the real world.
Hmm. What does that look like in terms of like how you approach family. Um,
Yeah,
because I know that people talk a good game in the truth and freedom movement. And if you don't have any family or any relationships, you have no skin in the game. It's easy to talk about freedom and government is slavery, and then all of that. When your focal point gets narrowed and you have family, it's a whole different game.
absolutely,
Yeah, tell
absolutely.
tell us how that looked like for you. I mean, what were some of the challenges,
Hmm.
the mindsets, and then also in partnership too?
Yeah. So I wouldn't have children if I didn't do the great work. It was a creative love with love and care that I had. We created, me and my wife, this beautiful family we have here. Um, Everything is connected together, and I think that with a solid couple, a solid friendship
Hmm.
and understanding and respect, we can create. And this is what men and women are doing when they're using their will and care for creation. So the first thing that I realized is that children are our mirror. They
Hmm.
will totally show you your flaws and your consistencies and things like that. So they're, from my point of view, and my wife, children should be free from violence, every kind of violence. So this is respect for yourself, self-love for yourself and your boundaries, knowing your boundaries, so you can raise them well.
Mm.
We're not perfect as humans. We're making mistakes, and that's okay to
Hmm.
be human. And
Yeah.
and and letting yourself make mistakes, it's okay, you know. And children can understand that. My wife can understand that we're not perfect, and we're working all the time
Hmm.
on what can we do to make our life better and
Mm.
the children's life better. Is it a material things? Is it an emotional thing? And this is a delicate balance we have to because we have to teach them by examples.
Hmm.
So the fact that I learned to love myself through shadow work and the great work gave me the chance and the possibility to offer that to children.
Hmm.
In
Hmm.
my case, I have four of them. They're beautiful.
Wow. What are
They're
their ages, Fred?
they're all under 9.
Oh,
So my last one,
that is intense.
yes, absolutely. So there's a lot of uh, little things, that there's parents know, they all go by this way. They're testing you, and they're poking you, and it's our responsibility to guide them through
Hmm.
this epiphany of life,
Yes.
you know and it's for myself, for their sake.
Hmm.
We have to learn them basic fundamental knowledge
Mm.
at a younger age, so they can be conscious enough to make good decision, and letting and like I mentioned before, we we have, for ourselves, we have to accept that we can make mistakes, and we have to remember that we were them.
Hmm. Indeed.
We are them, and they are us. Every children, they're all learning, they're curious, they're
Hmm.
doing you know uh, uh, um, goofy things and things like that, and they're beautiful, and they make me grow. And essentially, I would have that. My children and my family, they're my great work. They
Indeed.
are my teachers, if I can say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Did you have mentors as you were coming through the process of consciousness and your awakening process, or was this more sort of trial by error, trial by fire? Who were your
Both, actually.
inspirations?
Yeah, both.
Okay,
Um,
good.
I repeat it a lot, but I think I'll never be thankful enough for Mark Passio's work and the many years and the
Hmm.
information. He still he's schooling me even now. If I get back to the old stuff and I get schooled again, because this is a profound and deep exploration of the
Hmm.
self. So
Yes.
I the for a mentor, if I can use this word, yes, I totally have stood upon the children, the shoulders of giants, like he beautifully said. Um, the they're all Marco Tessarians and Jordan Maxwell
Hmm.
and all these people who took the time of their life to explain these beautiful things and the rhetorics and all these
Hmm.
information that are so crucial for self improvement as individual, but as into society and community and even the world, as one people. And
Hmm.
it's a beautiful, beautiful things when we really understand what these rhetorics are and these laws are. They are fundamental, crucial information to understand.
Indeed. Regarding relationships,
Yes,
like for instance, your marriage, and
yes,
you mentioned the importance of a solid foundation in friendship
yes.
to be able to have that kind of success. Was that modeled for you through your parents, through other peers?
Oh, well, my parents never divorced. Death separated them, but I have a traditional mindset when it comes to family and
Hmm.
loyalty to my wife. I cannot see otherwise. I cannot figure it out because I'm this is not my mindset.
Hmm. Hmm.
I treat my wife as as much respect and understanding,
Beautiful.
and we're getting old. We're getting older, and we're changing, and this is why it's so important for communication.
Hmm.
And this is not a only a parent wise relationship. We are friends.
Hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah, we're companion. We're growing old together, and it's a beautiful thing because we're this year is gonna be our 20 years together.
Wow. Good for you two.
Yeah, we're an old couple now.
I love it. I love it. And what have been some of, say, the challenges, the sort of any points of conflict that you had to like work through? Like, one of the top things that come up in my own practice with couples is communication, also trying to meld different energy styles. Um, so, how is it for the two of you? Are you two pretty much on the same page? I mean, I would think that you would need similar morality, similar worldviews, similar uh, goals.
Yeah, sure. the thing is, when you're doing the great work and when you're doing the shadow work, it's going to influence people around you,
Mm-hmm.
because uh, uh, we're changing when we're doing the shadow work. We're approaching things, or the way we talk with people is changing our behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's from our point of view, and I cannot talk for my wife for sure. Um, but the thing, the I think that's one of the point. What I mean is yes, I was getting better and the shadow work and things like that, but I had to we had to talk about it, we had to share. I had to share with her, and when I needed, I was telling her, I'm having a bad, it's bad now, the shadow work, the introspection, and
Mm-hmm.
I have to deal with it, and not putting it on her, and just inviting her to discover it with me.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean she have absolutely to do it, you know. It means that as a man, we're changing, and
Mm-hmm.
women, and I think what's happening with couples is the time become very precious. When you
Yes.
have 4 children, the time is going really fast, and
Yes.
uh, women, mothers, have the habit of forgetting themselves, and,
Mm-hmm.
and it's important for me to bring her back, when it's tough. And she's always with the children, she homeschooling the children, so she's always there. And we have to balance all these things together, and the relationship between us. And I don't have any really bad things,
Mm-hmm.
struggles or things like that. I think it's part of life together.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
And you have to adjust, and you have to make the time
Yes.
to really nurture each other and support one another.
Yes. And I mean, I'm always behind her, and always behind my children, looking up to them, and trying to do my best as a father, as a
Mm-hmm.
husband, and a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when you really understand how it works. And when it comes from the two parties, it's even better, because
Mm-hmm.
we can grow up together, and take a step forward, having a conversation. It's not always easy, it's there's no big secret about it. We
Yeah.
have to talk, and live together, and do things together, and share. And I think it's the most important thing we
Yes.
we should do as a couple, and everybody.
That's so cool, Fred. My hat is off to you, because I think the relationship between men and women, it is really the last frontier
Yes.
and the first frontier when you consider the partnership that is required to live truth, to live free, because truth and freedom have tremendous consequences,
Yes.
especially given the various environments that we live in, where we're actively waltzing in and out of the matrix, and all these shitstoms that would try to, hammer us into the sort of conformity. And conformity is, I mean, that is the death to freedom, and it's the death to truth,
Yes.
because conformity, in my opinion, is one of the highest forms of immorality, um, especially when you know better. There's no going back.
Yeah. And I would say that I see a pattern there. I'm looking into the red pill movement and all this crap. and
Mhm.
I get very depressed with the
Yes.
type of things. It's crazy.
Yes. I agree.
I'm scared for what could happen, if this link happens to be shattered, because
Mhm.
it's shaking. It's dangerous now,
Yes.
because there's a materialistic aspect to it, and it's eating it, and all the ignorance and the emotional turmoil and the neurotism, and that's plaguing the mind of the people, and the younger generation. The bill it's going to be salty, and
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
all of us, because there was negligence and violence and things like that, that all add together and make a chaotic, you know shit soup of of,
Yes.
of a mindset that we have. And here in Canada it's even worse.
Mhm.
I'm disgusted with the intellectual and spiritual uh, communities there, if there's any of them.
Mhm.
It's crazy. And
Yeah.
when I'm talking about how my couple is working, and how many years we're together, and people are like very surprised about, how did you make it that long, 20 years, and now it's like 2 or 3 months a couple. It's crazy.
I know. We have a very disposable
Yeah.
sort of patterning in relationship where um, it's very shallow,
Yes.
extremely shallow, and it is kind of it's frightening, and in my opinion, I think it's very, very dangerous to have that kind of throwaway attitude for relationships because no one's taking responsibility for their choices. The
Yes.
Russians say "pofig," whatever. I don't care. I'll just move on to the next thing. And I mean, that's all well and good, but it's usually in avoidance of the shadow material that really
Yes,
needs to be
absolutely.
looked at.
Absolutely. And let me be honest.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see this cohesion together. I don't see it. I don't see the communities growing.
Hmm.
All I see is deception
Yes.
everywhere,
Yes.
everywhere. And we're, as great workers, I take it very seriously. I know what kind of fight it is. It's David versus Goliath, you know,
Hmm.
metaphor there,
Hmm.
analogy. And
Yes.
we're swimming counter current, you know.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
And it's very important, and that's why I'm doing this work, is to get this to people, showing them by example. This is
Hmm.
the only thing I can really share and teach, is what I know,
Yes. Yes.
my
Because it's the
experience.
way out. It's the
Yes,
solution. The great
absolutely.
work, the shadow work is the solution. The solution is not getting entangled in the shit stems and going on and on about it. You have to get beyond that. It's good to know about it, but it's better to know thyself and to unlearn a lot of the distortions and the distractions that keep humanity enslaved. So I honor you. And I'm curious, with shadow work, what is your favorite modality of shadow work?
Well, I have my own way to do it, and after a time, I've used meditation and binaurals and things like that, tones and things like that, to help me. And I'm a warrior when it comes to shadow work, because I don't want to get into conventional shadow working. I expose myself to everything. What I
Mm-hmm.
mean is, through my altruism and my empathy,
Mm-hmm.
I learned to control it. And when I'm having a interpersonal relationship, whatever it's a stranger
Yes.
or friend or family, I'm very silent because I'm learning
Mm-hmm.
everything from
Mm-hmm.
the people, and they're bringing you their experience, and you have to learn from it, bad or good. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen in the kind of work I'm doing, if you're not exposed to this poverty and drug addiction and things like that, I'm literally working in this world, means that I see these people every day when I'm
Mm-hmm.
working, you know,
Yeah.
ex-convict and
Yes.
things like that. I'm already in this situation, so it's a very good way to do the
Mm-hmm.
shadow work, is to expose the darkness. And
Yes.
what is the reaction you have when you see these things,
Mm-hmm.
when you're witnessing these injustices?
Yes.
Yeah, and when it happens, in my experience, when I open one of these drawers, this is how I see it. You opening this drawer, and you have this fucking, slap around the face, exposing yourself. And I learned to, take it,
Mm-hmm.
take the slap, and sit back and
Yes.
think about it,
Yes.
and taking the time to do it, even if I have to take care of the children and
Mm-hmm.
all the busy life that we're having. I'm doing it every day at the time, at the moment, like I can. I'm doing shadow work.
Yes.
This is a everyday, every time work for me.
Indeed. It's not a
Yes,
one-off. And people think it's a
absolutely.
one-off. Oh, it's already, I've handled that already. It's like, oh
Oh no,
yeah,
it's gonna come back.
it's going to come back.
Yes, absolutely. And let me tell you, even after all these years of shadow work, I get fucking slapped around again and again.
Me as well. Yes.
You're telling yourself, "Oh, that's cool," you have this beautiful way, and it's going well, and you got this slap, behind the head, not because someone, did violence to you or said something. It's that you realize something about yourself
Mm-hmm.
through the perception of what you're living
Yes.
and the people you have. And it's crazy. It's crazy, the synchronicities there. When you have the eyes to see, it's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And to not lose consciousness when you notice some of the shitstorms about yourself, and then to be honest about that. And because it becomes too easy. I hear this a lot from people, is that they'll notice something really, really challenging about themselves, and then they'll go into a downward spiral of guilt and shame and all that kind of stuff, and then kind of get stuck in there.
Yes.
And that is even an invitation to go deeper and be conscious in pulling yourself up, um, through awareness, through breathing, through meditation. And sometimes all it takes is an adjustment in your food, not eating too much sugar, for instance, which is one of those, it's one of those kind of addictive downward spiral
Yes.
takers for a lot of people, along with alcohol and just bad food or bad relationships in general.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I think one of the things that that I first did, it's getting rid of these people.
Yeah.
Even in on the internet, social media.
Mm-hmm.
I try to stay away from people.
Yeah.
I enjoy all the beautiful things, and I'm still having some good conversations, um, but I'm too busy. I don't have any time to waste,
Yes.
and I enjoy these relationship. I learn a lot from it, you know, but I need to detach myself from it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's better for me, and it's better for the people who are involved. And I have a lot of respect for all the faces that I crossed into this work. I really enjoyed it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a very hard-headed French. I'm very, very hard-headed, and
Well, we
I,
appreciate
I
you,
cannot I
Fred.
cannot get along with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I
I
don't have to.
definitely don't get along with
Yeah.
everybody.
So I don't have to, and I don't need to do it.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
the occasion is coming, like this talk with you tonight, Maria, and I thank you so much for having me. I
Oh,
have a lot of respect for your work, and
thank you, Fred.
the, you know this relationship between men and women. I think we have a good experience tonight for that. You have
Yes.
a caring, nurturing aspect, and you have the action based, and the thought, and the will, that come from
Mm-hmm.
the masculine, principles. And I enjoy these conversations so much, and it's very rare. It for me, I feel so isolated, from the outside world. I
Mm-hmm.
completely disconnected myself from the culture.
Yeah. I think
I
it's a
cannot
good
stand it.
thing.
Yeah.
We guard our peace. We guard our energy because the culture it's a loosh fest. It really is about energy harvesting our energy, grabbing our attention so that we get all like twisted up in our knickers, so to speak. And when you have children, there is no, you don't get to neglect them. You don't get to put them up on the shelf. And for my children, I am grateful that I had them when I was, in my 20s and in my 30s, because I don't know what would have happened. They were the ones that like kept me on the straight and narrow while my friends were out partying and doing drugs, snorting cocaine and getting drunk and doing stupid things, neglecting their children, for instance, or aborting them, whatever. Okay. Um, but I'm with you, I'm more in the traditional take responsibility for
Yes.
what it is that you have in front of you. And when you have children, you do not hit the pause button. They are your priority.
Yep.
Full
Absolutely.
stop.
Yeah. And I, this is a beautiful, beautiful experience, having children. For someone like me who was a misanthropist, and I espoused at the time the Satanist mindset. And when I woke up from that, everything changed. Because
Hmm.
your perceptions and the understanding of what truth is, and
Yes.
morality, and the difference between force and violence, and all these
Hmm.
details that are very important. You know,
Yes.
children deserve to be respected and well educated.
Yes.
In the same, instruction, it's is school, education is home. It's the school of life. you
Yes.
know you want to make your children understand something, you show them by examples.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was explaining why to my children, to my girls, my daughters, why they couldn't have a cell phone or tablet because we don't let them play with this shit.
Good for you.
So
That's
I had to
powerful.
explain them,
Mm-hmm.
if I let you do it, you're gonna act, crazy. And I show them, one of these days, I brought my daughter to the grocery stores, and there was this children whose uncle or grandmother was taking away the tablet or the cell phone, something like that. And the children and the kid, this little boy, was acting crazy. He was screaming,
Wow.
insulting his grandmother. And I look at my daughter, and I told her, look, you can hear it, listen to it, and now why I don't give you
Yeah,
this, because I want you to use your imagination. I want you,
indeed. Here, here.
yeah, we're explaining them and the why, and it's so important to be truthful with them because they will know if you lie. you
Yes. Yes. Yeah, and those cell phones they're not babysitters. They are not substitutes for deep relationships, deep connection. And for a lot of people, computers, the tablets, the iPads, the iPhones, the smartphones, they're a substitute for parental attention
know.
and love and care. There's no care there.
No.
You are programming your children to go into full automation.
Yeah, and in this era where communicating is so easy, we can
Mhm.
talk all the way around the world just like that, with someone. I was doing one with Darian Sarrazin. She's a part of the One Great Work, and she was in Taiwan. We were 12-hour away,
Mhm.
and we could like talk just like that, but we never have been so disconnected as human relation. People
Mhm.
are now are lazy, you know asocial, children with a short attention span.
Mhm. Yes. Yeah.
So you have a generation or two of people who cannot like listen to a video more than 5 minutes.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's completely fucked up the brain and the wiring system.
Yeah, and there's no guide, to
Hmm.
as a great worker to raise children. We have to deal with all the things that happen and the way we change and the shadow work and
Hmm.
all these things. And this is where altruism becomes a key. um,
Hmm.
I try to do it in my work. I try to do it in my life, you know
Hmm.
being present and sharing and helping people, and smiling and talking with people who need it. Small little things, that bring happiness and comfort for the people who need it.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
deal with a lot of poverty and things like that. I'm not poor. I mean, we're considered poor here, but I'm not considering myself poor.
Hmm.
There's people who they don't have a shelter or a home, and it's crazy cold right now. It's getting colder and colder, and we're losing people because of the apathy and the ignorance and
Hmm.
the complete, you know, immoral behaviors of the people,
Yes.
and the lack of understanding of little fundamental things, like morality and the
Hmm.
difference between right and wrong and things like that. So this is why I keep on pounding, like crazy on the French side, because I'm totally surrounded. I'm like in Walking Dead. You got
Yes.
all these sleepers around,
Yeah.
crazy,
Yeah.
dangerous people. you know.
The NPCs, the non-participating characters, I mean, they're literally not participating. They're background. They're like extras in a movie.
Yes, absolutely. And you, the people cannot realize how dangerous it is until you fucking see it, you know,
Hmm.
until you understand cause and effect,
Yes.
you know. And
Yes.
not doing something, it's an action, you know.
Yes.
This is basic fundamental understanding and knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, my
Yeah.
children, I started to read the end of all evil, the end of evil from, but in French. This one is in French.
Wow.
I started to reading it to my daughter, and she can understand it. You know, the children are very smart.
Oh, they're very smart because they're very tuned in. And if, as parents, it is our responsibility to like really safeguard their innocence, safeguard their divinity,
Yeah.
and it's our responsibility.
Yep.
You know, we cannot be distracted by nonsense as parents.
Yeah, and that's why we decided to homeschool them.
Yeah, yeah, that's very, very, very smart.
I mean, children are so playful. You know, they're beautiful, and they're happy. You know, and they're so much. They bring so much joy around them when they're treated well. You know, when
Hmm.
their needs are, uh, 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 you know, when you give them what they need really. You know, love and understanding and
Hmm.
respect. You know,
Yeah.
and it's, you know, as parents, you know, it's not always easy. You know, we're sometimes we're talking a little bit louder, and you know, children can be very ignorant when they want to, but
Hmm.
this is part of the game. You know, we're not
Yes.
we're not there, we don't own them. And
Yes.
this is how I treat them like sovereign, different being,
Yes.
dependent.
Yeah.
So I treat them like I would like to be treated.
Yes. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And
And
then they learn to respect themselves
yep,
and they learn to respect others.
it's not
It's
always
it's
easy,
an
you know.
innate progression when you are experiencing that because I think children are naturally happy. They're naturally happy, they're naturally curious, you know.
Yes.
It's when they are neglected and abused and ignored or
Yeah.
dismissed that they start to collapse. And there
I
is
mean,
yeah.
there's many factors, you know. We can talk all night about it, but I think what happens with children is that it's not their parents who raise them; it's the state, it's the
Indeed,
nanny,
especially in America.
in the school. Even here, it's crazy.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, and I mean, there's a world of difference between my children and the children who are going to school.
Hmm.
You know, they talk well. You know, they're polite. They're sweet. You know, they're respectful. Okay, sometimes, you know, they're getting like a frenzy, and they're doing crazy things, but they're so different from the children who are going to school,
Yeah.
because in school you have bullying, and you have gaslighting, and then you have
Yes.
manipulation, and
Yep.
you have to get into this cube of deception and lie. You know, when you're raising your children and you're homeschooling them, you get rid of that. You know,
Hmm.
you're not that's not an obligation to
Yes.
brainwash them.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no compliance. There's no conformity.
Yeah, I mean, when you get the comparison, you know, prisons and schools are the same.
Indeed.
You know, you have the bus, and then you have the time to for your pause and eating. You have short time to do it,
Yes.
and you have to conform to the mold, of outcome based education.
Hmm.
This is making slaves smart enough to take care of the bureaucracy and the hard work and the
Yes.
blue collars, but not smart enough to free themselves from the chains they revere. and
Hmm.
and the chains now, they are perfected. I told 100 of time to people, government is slavery, and I explained them why and how
Hmm.
it is. And the people there's a disconnection there. When I talk,
Yes.
they're agreeing with me. Okay, it's this way, this is this kind of evil things that they're doing, they're stealing, but they cannot accept that it is slavery.
Hmm.
They cannot take the connection together. And I
Yeah.
tell them
Yeah.
government is violence. you know
Yes. It would require their minds to get completely blown. And there is that sort of it's that juncture where truth and fallacy collide. And when it collides, most people have a breakdown. They cannot do it. They will refuse to do it. They'll actually stop thinking and revert back to that sort of slave mentality.
yeah, you have the factory setting. you know
Yes,
yeah.
it's a good way to put it. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
and it's very hard. And what you were explaining, I call that cognitive dissonance.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's the people want to be free and they don't want to pay taxes, and they're tired of the violence and the divisions, but they're still feeding the beast,
Yes. Yeah.
by every move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, voting and all these things. And I tell
Yeah.
the people,
And
why
and
are you voting?
they think that by complying and just going along to get along, um, they think that's the way. It's not. You're actually contributing to the immorality of the whole shitstorm.
Yeah.
And, and I know that when you have kids, because I hear this a lot with parents that, well, we have kids and we've got to do this and we've got to, yeah, na, 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 na. And they're not willing to do the research to discover how to get beyond the proverbial consequences,
Yes.
but you have to face the consequences.
Hmm. And
And
I
there's
I
a
think,
price.
yeah, I think it's a good point. I mean, only with parenting, just for with that, it's totally unacceptable.
Hmm.
They're neglecting, abusing psychologically, physically, and omitting to show them what spirituality is.
Yes. Yes.
What is the connection with nature?
Yeah.
What is the connection between people, and
Yeah.
why it's so important to work on yourself. If i if every children were raised with this in mind, we would have a very different world.
Indeed. I
But
agree.
we're people, it's the principle of correspondence.
Hmm.
People are shit inside, so they make their children shit too, or
Yes.
ignorant,
Yes.
or lazy.
Yeah.
It's not it's not the fault of the government, it's not the fault of the schools, or it's your responsibility as a parent
Yeah.
to you have the burden of bringing them to adulthood.
Indeed. Indeed.
And it's our responsibility, and people are failing badly to it.
Yes.
We had the example of with the pandemic, this crazy ass era. I
Yeah.
will never, never, never forget this.
Yeah. I won't either. It's like, holy shit. This is going that I mean, the disbelief for me watching it all go down.
I'm
I'm just like, What?
I still like pummeling my head with it.
Hmm.
I cannot fucking believe
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
how
yeah.
bad it was, you know.
And I'm seeing a lot of kids who are at this point 4, 5, and 6 still wearing masks out in public with their parents. So, you've got the blind leading the blind here, and it's creating more blindness
I
because that's conformity.
My children didn't they were there, but they didn't see it, you know, because we we wouldn't let them see it, you know. Your children, you know, have your life and play and have a children life, and do not,
Mhm.
you know, worry. We don't have to worry them with this nonsense, this
Yes,
propaganda, and this fear mongering divisive demise that we created for ourselves, because nothing of everything that happened would have happened if people would have said no to
yes,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's unfortunate that it became very, very clear to me that these people have never done shadow work.
Where they're scared shitless of doing it.
Yeah. They don't even know that what they're agreeing to is immoral. And that makes the average person extremely dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, and dangerous for my children and
Mm-hmm.
for my wife
Indeed.
and my family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what I was uh, telling to people in the French side, that everybody is a potential agent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There, I'm not scared about the government. I'm not scared about the police. I'm scared about how people will react if
Mm-hmm.
shit going is hitting the fan.
Oh, indeed. That mob mentality
Yes,
of
tribalism.
yes. Yeah.
Yes,
That sense of belonging that you need to work within yourself. That's part of the shadow work integration, is to integrate the good and the evil within you
yeah,
and keep it in check.
yeah. It's not about getting rid of it. It's making peace and amend to it,
Hmm.
because these part
Indeed.
of yourself, this darkness, it's never going away. Never.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's part
It's
of you.
always there, kind of poking. Red.
Sometimes it's smashing the window, you know.
Indeed. Indeed. Oh my God. Yes.
Yes, I know. I've been through some, you know, real hard, like uh, it's like punching you on the heart.
Hmm. Yes.
I could
Yes.
smell, I could taste, I could feel, you know, all this darkness, you know, reaching out, you know,
Mm.
once again. And I was, no, I'm way over this. I'm the master. You know,
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
what I was telling myself. I'm in control of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's, and emotions are beautiful, beautiful things. But
Hmm.
when people are controlled by them, it's very dangerous.
Yes. It becomes, just the weaponized craziness of a lot of the stuff that we see in the divide and conquer in the matrix. The uber left, the uber right, left, center, all of that nonsense.
Yep. Yeah,
And
we have
people
a
just go for it. They go for it like it's real.
yeah, we have a comeback from communism now. So
Hmm.
beautiful. I like it so much. You know, and you tell them, yeah, well, communism never worked first, and there's like a few 100 million people, you know, died from it, and we forgot because prehistory, you know, all these wars that happen, you know, for imperialism and things like that, feudalism, we're still there. It's
Yeah,
just
we're
because
still
we have
there.
cell phones
Yeah,
and cars and jets and RPGs, but we're still
we are.
feudalism, imperialist, you know, warmongering people.
Indeed.
This is how Canada and United States was born, through war and blood and fire. So
Hmm.
nothing has changed. We are still in the dark ages, you know. N-
Yeah, I
Nothing
agree.
changed.
I
Nothing
agree.
changed, and it's crazy. I cannot fucking believe this.
Hmm.
I this is like, it's like I'm punching the wind. I'm fighting against the wind.
I hear you. I hear you. I know. And we've had many conversations about, our frustrations where it's like, holy fuck, come on, people.
Yeah,
But, the family unit is really, I think it's key. I think it's key in really being able to model for real
yeah,
conscious relationships, not just between man and woman, but in the family, because so much of our divide and conquer is really very, very tribal. And so by doing the shadow work, by doing that great work, we can come to a peaceful resolve, at least within our own selves,
yeah.
so that there is no war going on.
Well, I mean, there's so much work to do on
Yes.
ourselves, and I was talking about perception with someone one day, and I found this very sad.
Hmm.
They couldn't bring me their own ideas. They were repeating what people told them, what the culture told them,
Mm.
what the TV told them, and it's making me very, very, very depressed.
Yes, that's
I
that scripted, pre-scripted
Yeah,
mind
premesticated.
control propaganda. If you repeat it enough and you hear it enough, especially on media, then it must be true. I mean, people actually think that way.
Yeah, even the social media now, they're fucking shit shows, like you say.
Hmm.
It's it makes me sick.
Indeed. Yep.
I cannot fucking believe this. I We're struggling, and even in the one great work, we're like 70 people. We should be
Hmm.
millions. We
Hmm.
should be millions working together on the same page. And what we have is a few viewers from
Yes.
strangers or people from the network.
Yes.
We cannot reach out this way. It's impossible. We're not gonna be able to make it. We
Yes.
need more people, and we need more conscious people, not regurgitators, not people who will like just repeat.
Hmm.
We have people who have to imbue themselves with this knowledge and
Yes.
share them and
Yeah.
live by example.
Indeed. And to have enough courage to take the hit,
Yeah,
learn how to take a punch, learn how to take on a troll,
yeah.
learn how to necessarily defend your position, but defend your position if you are being attacked. Absolutely. I have no
Hmm.
qualms about it. But to also be able to put forth an argument in a debate uh, without regressing into name calling and ad hominem bullshit, which is what most people will do because they don't have an argument. They don't know how to debate. They don't know how to line up
Yeah, crass
facts.
ignorance is the factor.
Yes.
Crass ignorance.
Hmm.
Yeah, people will tell you garbage nonsense to justify the use of violence, or
Yes.
the you and or for justifying not taking care of their children and bringing them to these schools, to these daycare, where these are not like experienced mother or grandmothers who taking care. They're
Mm-mm.
freshly schooled women and men, and they don't have any idea of what they're fucking doing.
Yeah.
You have to follow the plan. They have to sleep at this hour, eat at this hour, and it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work for human, even for adults. We're
Mm-hmm.
not made for that. We're made for playing and learning and having meaningful relationship with other people,
Mm-hmm.
like bringing people together. And this is what we have to do. It's great. The work is it's daunting.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard because of what we were talking earlier, all these crises outside, the pandemic and things. It
Yes.
it dealt a death blows into the guts of people. The courage
Mm-hmm.
is not there anymore. People
No,
are
it's
waiting for
not.
a savior. They're waiting for a Jesus or something. I don't
The
know.
aliens are gonna come
Yeah,
save us.
sure. Yes.
I just I just crack up when I hear this because, or
Yeah.
the angels, the aliens, the angels, I mean, just pick one, you know. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for the
Well,
zombie
I heard about
apocalypse.
it. Yeah, I'm just like you. I was like, well, another psyop, another garbage like information to keep you from looking at the good place, where it needs to be, you know
Yes.
how government is slavery and it's using violence, and how intellectually underdeveloped people are, and lazy, and low IQ.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Yes.
struggling about with willing ignorance.
Yes. For
We
the sake of convenience and
Yes,
comfort.
yeah, comfort and security.
It's like, whoa, dudes.
Security and I keep telling people, security doesn't exist. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
exist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like in this book, he explained very well in that it's prudence, and prudence comes from knowledge
Mm-hmm.
and experience.
Yes.
This is why everybody need this book. Everybody. This is the French version, is La Fin du Mal, but it's the same book in
Mm-hmm.
French. I
Yeah.
I I gave like 8 or 9 of them to people freely, because this is the book people need to have, at the side of their bed. And
I love that you're
living,
reading it to your kids.
yeah,
That
my
that's
daughter, yes,
that is just wonderful, because with my kids, we read the Hermetica together, and they just absorbed it. They soaked it in and worked the principles
yeah.
and really shifted a lot of their sort of me kind of thing, and really got on board with the I and taking responsibility for the I mean, it was pretty cool. I didn't know how it was going to go over either.
Well, I mean, like I was telling you, I tend to lead them by example.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had this guy were living in the streets, and I showed them. I went at the side of it, and I looked there. This is real misery. This is real pain. This is real poverty. You see it. This guy was sleeping between bushes in
Mm-hmm.
where I work, and yeah, this is we have to tell them the truth, and this is why we're in the great work. And what I do is I tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Simple, people can understand it, because it's based on life itself, cause
Mm-hmm.
and effect, and
Yeah, indeed.
mentalism and correspondence, and they're basic, and any children can understand this. Any children, every one of them can understand it.
Yes.
It's crazy simple. You know, I cannot wrap my head around this ignorance that's plaguing us. It makes me very angry. Sometimes I keep on
No, I
try
feel you.
I tend to prevent myself from getting angry on the Libercast, but I it's not always successful. I get angry sometimes.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I completely get it. You know, I get irritated to the point where, I'll blow out my media stuff. It's like it just stops recording. It's like, okay, that's enough. Get your shit together. Now you're just spewing. Okay, stop.
Yeah, I try, I get angry, and truth is told this way, but I think people need it. Need to be slapped around with the truth and the
I
solidity.
agree. I agree. I know we've talked about, the sort of style of Marx, which I have been accused of. I've seen on the live streams when I've done presentations, she's yelling at us. Yeah, fucking right I am. She's mean. It's like, when you're around for as long as we've been around and you still see the same shit, it doesn't go over well, because it
No.
makes me not want to have faith in humanity. And I want to have faith in humanity,
Yes. Oh
you
yes.
know? Yeah.
Yes, and I um I want to put an emphasis in the next podcast, and I'll try to explain people what altruism is, and what is the responsibility we have with our brothers and sisters,
Hmm.
and it's not because it's not your children that you're not you're not responsible for it.
Hmm.
We're all responsible for the elderly people and the
Absolutely.
adults, your brothers, your sisters, your neighbor, the children of your neighbor. We
Yes.
all have this responsibility, because until everybody feels good, we're always be in pain,
Yes.
because there's always someone who's suffering. I all the rate of suicide in the kids, and the relationship aspect of men and women, that it's degrading
Hmm.
day by day, and the red pill movement and the black pill movement and the blue pill movement, that it's eating themselves.
Yes.
They're lying,
Yeah.
and they're really proud to lie this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get more material and less understanding and less empathy, and become a stoic block of wood, so you can be rich, or having what you do, or play video games all day,
Yeah.
or drinking.
Wow.
I play video games, but I don't have much time for it. I'm playing 15 minutes, and I'm getting sleepy. you know I'm too busy for it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I barely have time for the Libercast. So
Hmm.
most of the time I'm tired, and I'm burnt by the end of the day.
Yes, yes. And it is our responsibility to really take care of our vehicles, our bodies.
Yes.
And that has been always a priority of mine. It's one of the reasons why, when the kids were young, we did a lot of physical activities, uh, rather than sitting watching TV.
Yes.
And so I can imagine with the technology and sitting in front of a computer or a screen or on the iPad or the tablet or whatever, and being entertained by that, we have to get out there and get physically fit and be out in nature and understand the cause and effect of nature, because Mother Nature doesn't give two shits about your feelings.
Yes.
At least that's what I've discovered.
I'm I'm not perfect, as far I have, flaws and addiction,
Hmm.
but I I'm getting better, with the time. And I hope that people can really understand and start doing the work, and being better,
Hmm.
being
Hmm.
altruistic, and taking time to help people, and
Yeah.
and putting your energy at the better places, you know, and
Yeah.
introspection, and having meaningful relationship with other people. This is can be strangers, people, or friends, or loved ones, family.
Hmm.
We have to concentrate ourselves and being creative and adding instead of taking of something. We have
Indeed.
to
Here, here.
creation. Yes.
Adding value, adding value. Um, really being in that um very that generosity and care
Yeah,
of
we have.
giving of yourself.
I'm already giving my best to my children, but I want to do better. I
Hmm.
want to do better for myself, because it's very um you get some I get some enjoyment from giving and sharing
Yes.
to other people and helping. I feel good about doing something good,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and to be a
I
better
like that
you.
as well. I enjoy that. I enjoy witnessing my students, my clients blossom
Yes.
and overcome challenges to where that their mindset has changed in an up leveling effect. And this is all by the great work, by the principles, by natural law,
Yep.
by understanding what a right is, by understanding morality,
Yeah.
the moral codes, and living by those codes. But people say, "Oh, I can't do it." There's too many things, and to really be able to push aside those excuses because that's what they are. They're excuses. It's laziness. It's a default where
Yes.
you
I mean,
think you don't matter. You think what it is that you do doesn't matter, but what you do and what you don't do, they're both the same thing. They both matter.
absolutely. And what I wanted to bring, I cherish every moment of every hours of my life. I live every day like it was the last. You know,
Hmm.
I live in the now, and we cannot repeat that enough. You know, stop worrying about the past, because it's gone. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it
come
is.
back.
It's done.
And future and things like that. What are we doing now, today, at the
Hmm.
moment? What are we doing with our precious 80 springtime? Because this
Hmm.
is what we have, almost, maybe more, but 80 springtime, 80 springs is it's not a lot, you know.
Yeah. I
It's
mean, that doesn't leave me with a whole lot, you know. I've got like what, 14 years before that happens, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think we cannot only like doing something good and waiting for something good to happen.
Hmm.
We have to do it freely, willingly, with love, with empathy, and understanding. And nobody is at the same place. It's
Yes.
an individual case for everyone. So if I talk to someone about natural law, there's going to be a reaction, and this
Hmm.
is their freedom there. What are you doing? What I told you. You don't have to believe me. Just go there and
Hmm.
understand and read these things, understand them.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm not there to tell them in the Libercast, do that, or you should do that. No, you have that. I give you the information. I talk to you. I tell you some truth, and it's your freedom. It's your free will to do something. You know,
Indeed.
is it
Indeed.
talking to you or not? And if someone, 1% of the people I have, they understand it, I'm gonna be happy about it. 0.5%, I'm gonna be happy about it,
Hmm.
because all I see is zero.
Yeah.
Zero. I may maybe have one or two people who contacted me and told me that what I brought them with as an information and how I showed them that it changed their life, you know, and I was happy about it. But it's never enough. It's
Hmm.
it's not like it's not like it's gonna happen in 50 years. We don't have 50 years,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna get messier and messier. And here in Canada, the more the government is tyrannical, the more the people are falling asleep. So we're
Yes.
in a drain, you know, this drain hole of
Yes.
garbage and
We're
shit.
just swimming around, circling.
And we're getting in the bottom, you know,
Hmm.
slowly, you know, and we're not like fucking, where can I climb up, you know? It's not
Yes.
happening in their head, you know,
Yeah.
because this is how they condition. And this is why I disconnected from culture. Culture is pure garbage. I cannot fucking stand it. I cannot
Yeah.
stand the information. The there's the music sucks. The behaviors, the jokes, the comedian sucks. You know, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. I'm When I want to laugh, a good laugh, I'm listening to George Carlin. This is the fucking,
We
like,
miss you. We miss
yes,
you, George.
oh yes. I, I'm I still look at his whole shows, and this guy is slapping around. You know, is it's not it's not it's like he's joking, but it's not joking at the same
Who's
time.
not
I like
joking?
his
He's
style, you
just
know.
putting it out there, and it's more applicable now
Yes,
than it was
absolutely.
back then. I mean, it's just for me, like I've got his playlist and I have them on repeat because it's a reminder for me to really, especially when I get really frustrated, because he has a way of taking that frustration and flipping it on its side so that it's comical, because you have to see the levity in the frustration of the futility at times that we feel when you just witness so much and you're realizing, fuck, we're doomed.
There's no other George Carlin. He was the only one. I
Hmm.
freaking love the guy and its humor, and I like the way he was slapping people around and make them laugh at the same time. I love that, but it's the only one. You know, I really loved. We had this French psychologist turned comedian. He was the one I loved in French, but I most of them are garbage. I cannot fucking stand people talking about their toes half an hour for half an hour. I cannot fucking stand it.
Oh my God.
It's not funny, and I don't understand why people are laughing.
Mm.
It's not funny because I the only thing I can see is it's this truth that, you know, it's burdening us. You know, it's a burden, you know, to
Yes.
to be aware and conscious, you know.
Yes, it
it's
is.
it's really hard to get a good laugh, you know,
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what that can be like, When I hit that mode, when I am praying for a comet to come hit the planet, I know that's when I realize, okay, girlfriend, you need to hit reset and you need to pull yourself up, because that kind of thinking is not doing any good. And I have to acknowledge myself. So that's like one
Yeah,
of my challenges when I get really frustrated with the world or with something within myself where I can't seem to get not past it, but you know what I'm saying,
Yes.
where I can't lift myself up. And I just, so I figured it out. It's like, okay, I need to sit here. I need to sit here. And I set an egg timer for 15 minutes. And I sit there and I whine and I say the most malicious, horrible things. And then I run out of shit to say. I run out of shit speak, literally. And I still have like 10 minutes left sometimes, it's like, okay, then I'm over it. Splash cold water on my face.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like swearing and things like that. I can swear, we have our Quebecers French swear here, and they're pretty cool. I like them very much.
Yeah, the Russian swear words are pretty good too.
Yeah,
They're very
I like
good.
this. I like their language. Russian or their language is very um rough.
Yes.
I like it. I like it very
Yes.
much. But I mean, thank you so much for your work.
You're welcome.
You're a shining example of what this work can do for to a human. It's okay to be angry, and it's
Hmm.
okay to not feel good about everything.
Hmm.
We shouldn't,
Yes.
feel good all the time. We have to confront this indignation, anger, and
Yes.
use it for
Yes.
betterment. and
Indeed.
and
Indeed.
we have to do something. We have to do something now. As a community, as individuals, we don't have the luxury of being ignorant, because every day tyranny, the dystopian nightmare, it's approaching
Yes.
every day. And here in Canada, it's even fucking worse, because
Yeah.
we have help to die here. If you don't feel well and you're getting down and you're depressed, then you can ask the government to kill you.
Wow.
We're totally into soil and green territory there.
Wow.
This is a crazy time we're in now. It's disgusting. It's
Wow.
disgusting. I cannot fucking stand it. It's making me so sad, so depressed to
Hmm.
only think about just that. You know that you have these people who don't have the tools to get better,
Yeah.
and they don't have the help and the love and the empathy, and they're choosing to take their own life.
Hmm.
It's a very, very dark
Yeah.
premise,
That is very dark.
and everybody can do it. Children, teenagers, adult, elderly people. If you don't believe me, people, just do their research. Just look into Canada.
Hmm.
This is a hellhole for progressive, fascist, socialist, people who are sleeping at the wheel, sleeping on gas.
Yeah.
I just have bad qualifying words for where I live. People are fucking ignorant.
Yeah. They
Ignorant.
are.
It's
I'm
insulting.
banned. I'm banned in
Yeah,
Toronto and
in
Ontario.
Canada. Yeah,
I'm not
I know.
allowed. It's like persona non grata. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, I know. I try to uh to work on that. I was able to make one appear on my page, one of your posts, but I don't remember how I did it. I think it's by my VPN,
Hmm.
maybe.
Yeah, that could be possible, but because I have a lot of Canadian clients and they're telling me, "We can't see you, not available in Chinada." That's what people are calling Canada is Chinada.
Yeah, communist, socialists, like
Yeah,
cesspool.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not dropping. I'm not quitting the work. I'm gonna be there. Um, not as much as I would like, but
Yeah.
I will be there. I know I will be there for people.
Yeah.
For the French people and the English talking people, I'll be there. I'm going to be available. I'm going to be available to talk to people. My next move would be to do it publicly. I would like to do it. I would like
Beautiful.
to make a presentation publicly and having the question from people
Hmm.
and having this contact together.
Yeah,
And
that would be fantastic. Really, really fantastic.
I would really like to do it, but I mean, I'm not fucking like dreaming in color or something like that. It's not gonna happen now.
Hmm.
That
Well, and you
we
have a legacy of your four children.
yes, sure,
That is amazing. That's amazing.
yes.
Have you considered, I mean, this is like me. This is I'm projecting all over you, Fred. Forgive me. But I'm thinking, have you thought about writing a book? Writing a series of books, really, but about parenting, about, having these conversations with your children. Um,
I would really like to.
because you share such um powerful experiences and direct experiences, because we can have the information, and then we can, from the information, we can integrate it and have this knowledge. But the information, the knowledge put into actually direct experience, that is where wisdom gets procured.
Yes,
And yeah, you're doing it because you're actually raising children, and you're raising children from a place where you have done, and you continue to do the shadow work, the inner work.
yes.
um and you, not just you, but along with your wife, and the parenting that happens as a result of that, the up-leveled quality of parenting from
I would
the both
really
of you.
like to, um, but maybe when they get older,
Hmm.
it's really hard to. This is why I work only 4 days a week.
Hmm.
I decided to put more time into my children and
Beautiful.
being there
Hmm.
as a father and have show them that we can support them and
Yes.
being there. And if they need to talk, if they need support, i'm I'm always gonna be behind them,
Yeah.
always, you know because parenting, as a father, as after just the first one, just my first daughter, it it awoken something in me.
Hmm.
This is a unkillable fire, you know of a bit of apprehension and paranoia,
Hmm.
and you get this on my from my opinion, from my perspective. I get i get prudent. I get, you know I because I know the evil of this world. I
Yes.
want to show them, and I want to tell them the truth about what it is, and
Hmm.
not coloring and putting some sparkles all over it. I
Indeed,
want to
indeed.
tell them the raw truth about things, you know, and I think it's gonna help. And I think I know people are not always, not everybody is agreeing about the truth part there, but I think children deserve better.
Absolutely.
they
Absolutely.
they deserve better parent, and this is our responsibility to grow
Hmm.
up.
Yeah,
you
I
know
agree. I agree.
you have to be a children to raise children, because you have to be, and you have this empathy and understanding, and not forget that you were a child before, and all these beautiful things that make us playful and play together and having funny conversation and and having these activities and sharing together. It's all beautiful, even if it's uh, uh your children are making like goofy things and getting angry, and
Yes.
their tantrums and things like that.
Yes.
But it's part of life. We're like that, and it's all beautiful. when
Yeah.
you look at this. This is beautiful. My family is a beautiful things, but the world outside, it's and all other things. In nature, it's beautiful. We bring them walking, and a 15-minute walk, it turns into an hour, because children are curious, they want to learn, and
Hmm.
it's beautiful and inspiring. Even as us adults, you know
Yes.
we become
Yeah.
curious again, and we're asking question, because your children, oh, what things do that, and they're asking wise questions, why, and we're rediscovering our children inside, and it's perfect for shadow working instead, because you're getting in contact with this spark,
Yes.
this children inside, that we were burying under all these lies and deceptions,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
what the people told you, the validation from the others, and all these factors that makes us like miserable and empty,
Hmm.
and we're
Hmm.
adopting a mask of falsities and deceptions, and this
Indeed.
is
Indeed.
so if you treat yourself this way, you're self-loathing, and you're violenting yourself, and you don't respect your boundaries, then you cannot give it to your children. It's
Yeah.
impossible. You cannot
Yeah.
give self-love to your children and teaching them if you cannot do it for yourself. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
Indeed. And I know for me, you know, uh, I had to overcome a lot of that uh, programming from the trauma of having a mother who was just
Yes.
destructive, violent, just evil personified.
Yeah, cold and
Hmm.
controlling. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And, the empathy that was required of me, which I had innately to understand her background and where she had come from. And, because all of those, the link that we have through our DNA, through our lineages in both directions, there are these atavistic triggers that boom, 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 boom. And then the media knows how to keep that going, keep those triggers going, and to be able to, in the middle of being triggered, have the wherewithal and the consciousness and the willful consciousness to notice what's going on and up level your consciousness and your thinking while you're being in a trigger moment.
Yes, and we have to fight against this
Yeah.
programming, and it's very hard to get rid of it,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
it's your intergenerational mind control,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
propaganda that they're sold to the children and the parents and the
Yeah.
grandparents. It's a mess.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
It's a
mess.
messy, messy undertaking. And the good news is that when you do the work, you do the shadow work, the buck stops with you. The abuse stops with you.
Yes.
The mind control stops with you. And you actually get to um exert the goodness, the divinity, the love that is innate within you, and spread that. I think that's part of altruism, is to be able to move it, pay it forward, not just to your own children, but to everybody that you interact with.
Yes.
The basic level of kindness and care, it's priceless. And I think it's one of the easiest things to do. At least it is for me.
Yes. It is pretty easy. You're right. I completely agree with you.
Yeah. How are you
Doing,
doing on time, Fred?
I don't know.
Let's see. Okay, we've been at it for about an hour and a half now. And
Yes. Oh, it was very, very fast, huh?
I know it's like, whoa, really?
It's always the same, huh? it's going very fast.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I want to be respectful of your time, and I want you to rest and rejuvenate and,
Yes.
spend time with your wife. And thank you so much for, sharing your life and your process. I think it's really important because you're a good mentor. You're a good mentor for families, for couples who are looking to have children. You're also a really wonderful mentor for men.
Yes, you inspired me tonight, and I'm gonna think about seriously about writing. I think I'm gonna do it. It's a
Yes.
great idea. I think I need, you know, a way to vent all this information.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It needs to get out, you know. Um, and
Beautiful.
I I enjoyed it very much, and I just want to tell the people who will listen that you deserve better, and you, even if you're alone, you're loved, you're understood,
Mm.
and I want you to understand that there's so many things that waiting for you if
Mm.
you want to, if you are struggling, if you are, there's a world of possibilities, and we are here. You're not alone. You were never alone. We felt this way. Everybody felt this way. We're alone, but I know we're not. I know there's people everywhere with empathy and love. And in order to get better, you have to do the work. You have to do the shadow work. You have to get yourself into introspection and just take this shit out your brain. And the ignorance is, it's not, it will never be legitimate. It's an act of violence against yourself and the people around you and the world around you. So do something now.
Mm.
Don't wait for it to be perfect or to just do something. Just do something, because me and Maria and 70 other curator, we cannot do the job by ourselves. We
Mhm.
need people get involved right now and join us in the fight, because we are the front right now, and we're fighting against something we cannot. It's impossible the way we're doing it now. We need to move forward in this. Go out publicly, talk to this about your family. Go out and talk about it, learn from it and understand it.
Beautiful.
Natural law
Mm.
forever.
Mm-hmm. Now and always.
Yes,
It always has
absolutely.
been. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you,
You're
Fred.
Thank you so much, sister, for your invitation. I enjoy every time. I enjoy it. It's already quick, it's an hour and a half, and it was too short.
Yeah.
And I want you back on the Libercast from time to time. I want you to uh, come with me and talk about the red pill movement and women and men relationship. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Cool. Cool. I will.
Yes.
I will. We will have all of Fred's information in the show notes below. Uh, uh, Thank you so much. I mean, this was just absolutely wonderful. I love you. I love what you're doing. I blessings to you and your
Thank you.
family, your wife, your kids, and yeah, I mean, really, really powerful work. And your kids are just so, so, so blessed to have you as Papa, you know. So
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I love you too, sister. Thank you for your work. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, darlings, that's it for this segment. So until next time, here is to love, truth, and beauty, my love bugs. Mwah! Ciao. Ciao, sweethearts.